Good evening. Welcome to all of you to this time together. Pray that you're doing well. I'm going to actually move this back just a little bit. Sorry to move that in the midst of the liveness, but we're getting a lot of noise. So I hope I'm not blowing your speakers out. I also hope that the fan isn't a distraction this evening. I can't hear it on this end, but if any of you are listening and the fan is really loud, just give me a comment on Facebook. I'm adjusting things now to be able to see it. Just give me a comment and I'll know if I need to turn it off. It's nice interactive. That's kind of how it works on your end and my end. Since we're not together, for those of you who are with us online, but we're able to interact. It's a little bit of a gap in time, but if I can do something to help make this experience better for you, then I would be delighted to be able to do it. Lamentably, the space that I'm in is a beautiful space. It's a wonderful space. Most of you can probably tell by what's behind me that I am in the chapel. For those of you who are unfamiliar with our building, this is a small chapel on the north end. It's a very beautiful space, but it is not air conditioned, and this evening is quite warm. So I thought of being somewhere else in the building, but I really like to meditate here. So if it's too loud, then let me know, and I will adjust it accordingly so that it's not as loud coming in on the front end. So for those of you who have meditated with us before, welcome back. It's a joy to have you as part of our time. For those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. Meditation is a beautiful gift that we can give to ourselves. It's a chance to step aside and be present in the moment. We are so consumed as people with either dwelling on what has happened or preparing for what is to come. Not that either one of those are unimportant, but they can be all-consuming, both and, one side and the other. So this is an opportunity, this is a chance for us to kind of pull the handbrake and say, we're just going to sit right here for a few minutes and dwell. We're just going to dwell. We're just going to dwell in peace and presence. We're going to breathe. We're going to just be present here with each other, with ourselves. You know, one of the challenges we certainly do have as humans is we don't really like to be with ourselves too much. Thank you. I saw the comment on the fan. Wonderful. I'm glad that it isn't causing a distraction. That's beautiful. So this evening we're going to spend some time just dwelling with ourselves, just dwelling in our own presence, breathing, relaxing, taking in where we are right now. And believe it or not, that's one of the hardest feelings that we can extract, is the feeling of where we are right now. So I invite you into this time. If you zone out, if you drift off, if your mind wanders, just gently love yourself back into it. Just breathe yourself back in. If you find that you're not able to free yourself from the distractions, hug yourself and tell yourself it's okay. Just do the best you can. There's no competition here, not even with yourself. No shame, no guilt. Just love yourself for what you do and for who you are. So I'm going to come out of screen here for a minute. I thought I had everything set up. I'm a very tactile person. I like to touch. I like to have things in my hands as I'm meditating. So I often have prayer beads or the such. You can use something like that, or you can use a tennis ball or a golf ball or a worry stone. Whatever works for you. It helps to give physical focus. You know, a lot of what the kids are doing, a lot of what the young people are doing, it's called stimming. I think maybe I've talked about this before, or stimulating. And that's what this is, actually. When you touch something, what you're doing is you're stimulating your touch nervous system. You're stimulating your nervous system to respond. Oftentimes, that's what our brain needs in order to focus and be moment is a stimulant. So if you need a stim, then feel free to do so. Maybe you need to rub the chair, rub the arm of the chair to feel that, or just even rubbing your fingers together can be a stimulant to help keep your mind focused. You can sit in a chair, you can repose, you can sit half lotus or full lotus. Half lotus is what we know as Indian style, or full lotus where you actually get your feet up on your knees. It's really, really hard to do. Or you can lay down, whatever's comfortable. Because if your body's not comfortable, then your mind won't relax and free itself. So free your body in order to free your mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin by having some quiet. And so we're going to enter into a few minutes of quiet, and then I'm going to lead us in some breathing. Now I know that quiet can be discomforting, and that's okay. Breathe through it. Push through the quiet. Tell yourself it's okay. Breathe into those thoughts, into those moments. Don't allow your anxiety or your discomfort to really run this. Breathe into it. Embrace your quiet. Let us begin. Let us begin by bringing awareness to our breathing. We don't want to change our breathing in any way. We don't want to increase it or deepen the breath. Just become aware of it. The rhythmic in and out of your breathing pattern. Our bodies all have their own pattern of breathing. So it's the rhythmic in and out of your breathing pattern. Bring awareness to it. Pay attention to the gentle inhale and exhale. Our breath is our center. It is our core. It goes with us wherever we go. It is something that we can control, but it is also something that is done involuntarily. There are very few functions in our body that do that. Our breath is one of them. So we are aware of the calmness, of the peace, of the breathing in and out. With each intake of breath, we are reminded that life is a precious gift. That every breath we take is a gift. A gift given to us by a God who loves us. We breathe in and we breathe out. We feel each breath, each blessing, as it flows through our nostrils and down into our lungs, filling us with life. And with that life comes hope, possibility. And we breathe in and we breathe out. We feel a sense of calm, groundedness with each intake of air, knowing that we're loved so deeply. We feel a calmness, a grounding as we breathe in. With each breath, our body settles deeper into our moment, our place. our exhale is just as important as our inhale. Because when we breathe out, we release all the toxins that no longer serve us. Our body has used the breath and now is expelling to the world, to creation, that which doesn't serve us anymore, which God has crafted creation to take that which doesn't serve us and be drawn in by creation to produce that which does. As we breathe out in our mind's eye, we see all the things inside of us that no longer serve us. Fear, worry, hurt. We see the energy of our past, our regrets, our disappointments. We breathe them out. We don't need to hold them anymore. We free ourselves. We make room for healing, forgiveness. We make room for blessedness, recognition of blessings. When we breathe out those energies, we make room to breathe in love to our past. In our mind's eye, we see ourselves breathing in that which we are so moved by. Our healing and our hope. We breathe in and we breathe out. And as we breathe out, we see in our mind's eye as we release the energy of what is to come. Worry and anxiety. The energy that draws us away from the moment. We breathe into it. We expel our anxiety, worry, fear. We expel the concern, uneven ground, possible failure. And we breathe in possibility. Hope. My friends, if we don't see the positive that we breathe in, then we will just breathe in a different negative. We breathe it in, and we breathe it out. We feel ourselves more and more settled here in this moment, in this breath. the sound of my voice. We feel more heavily our bodies weighted into our place, rooted into our situation. As we breathe in and breathe out. In our mind's eye, we envision the stress, the weight of life, the weight of decisions just draining from us. We envision that weight draining, starting at the top of our heads. It just drains off of us. Like we're standing under a shower, washing our stress off. We feel it running down over our brows, over our ears, and down the back of our head. We feel it draining from us. The cleansing as we experience it. We feel our jaw loosen and our eyes relax. We release the furrow in our brows, the tightness at the edge of our lips. We allow our stress to drain from our heads, down over our shoulders, we feel our necks relax, our shoulders begin to fall as we envision our stress being washed away. Our body coming into its natural place, its natural position. We feel ourselves embracing it, allowing it to be. We feel it wash off of our backs and down over our chests and our belly. We breathe our whole upper body into this moment, into this place. And we breathe in and we breathe out. We feel our stress drain from our lower bodies, down over our hips and our thighs, our knees, down over our shins and out our feet. We breathe in. We take in the whole moment. We take in all of ourselves. We draw in this moment. We smell the fragrance in the air. We feel the the air touch our skin. We take our fingertips and we rub them in the palm of our other hand. We feel that sensation. We allow all of our focus to be in that sensation. We listen. We listen to the sounds around us. We hear the airflow in the room. Maybe it's the squeak of the chair. Maybe you can hear a bird outside. I hear the crackling of the building as it begins to cool for the evening. We open up our hearing to take in all that surrounds us. We breathe in. And we breathe out. We open our eyes. And we see everything that there is to see around us. The colors, the shapes, the movement, and the lack of movement. We see what is decorated and what is bland. We allow ourselves to see it all, every portion of it. We breathe in. We breathe out. We feel ourselves completely placed in this moment. Right here. Right now. We love ourselves for receiving this moment, for living into it. We thank ourselves for having the courage, the peace to embrace this. We bless ourselves. We smile. And we breathe. We breathe. We speak kind words to ourselves. We say to ourselves, "You're beautiful. You are generous for taking this time to allow yourself to be loved." You are passionate about caring for yourself. You are patient with the fear of putting yourself first. Hug yourself. Thank yourself for giving yourself this gift. My friends, it's so true. We as people, we can give so much of ourselves. We can pour so much of ourselves out. And we do it out of love. That sometimes we can forget that we too deserve some love. That we too deserve some compassion and grace. That we too deserve to be fed. And that we should allow others to feed us, of course. We should allow others to pour into our buckets. But we also should allow ourselves to do that. As beings independent and sovereign of our own identity, part of our responsibility to be whole is to take care of our own needs. Sometimes that looks like it's done at the expense of someone else. It's not. This is a beautiful gift that you were able to give yourself to offer this. To be able to take a little time for your own breath and presence. I hope and pray that it was beneficial for you this evening. There's a lot going on in my life right now, and so this was a welcome gift to just be present for a little while. So thank you for offering that gift to me. And thank you for dwelling with me in this place, in this space, for a short period of time. I pray that your evening is blessed, whatever else it brings. I pray that you're able to have calm and peace. It looks like, though it's hot out there, that the sunset ought to be pretty beautiful. Get a chance to go out and see it. It is one of God's incredible gifts to creation. God bless you today, tonight, and we'll see you again soon.